Welcome to Dark Souls. I need 1 more seconds because my controller doesn't want to connect. Classic. Yeah, today with the Gargoyle tail axe, which is pretty nice. Come on, you stupid controller, fucking connect. What's going on? It can only take hours. Okay, fine, I'm gonna do it this way then. Okay, this worked. Give me 1 second to start the game. There we go. I might not. So unprepared. I was late anyway, so I was like, oh, let me start now and figure out within the 2 bits. So I usually give myself to start everything up. Well, guess what? That didn't work out. Because why would it? But yeah, yesterday is kind of like, it was one of these days where it's like, where I start to get indecisive, you know. Oh, that's kind of loud in my ears. You know how it is, right? Like basically, wrong character. I was testing something out. Basically, I was like, you know, I test played the game. I had everything set up. I wasted the entire day, by the way. It was the one free day, but I forgot about it, so I had no plans. And this always throws me out of my rhythm. Having like no plans for our day. It's just it's horrible. It's horrible. I started here. Like none of the boss are killed. It's just the axe is upgraded. For those that don't know, let me quickly start that as well. And essentially, I was like, okay, yeah, I test played the game. I was like, I like this kind of game, but would it be fitting to have the same type of game on the channel at the same time, right? Because it's also somewhat of a puzzle game. I was like, should I have this in Taos Principle? Probably not, because I don't think Taos Principle is that enjoyed by most people to begin with. But also, I was like, okay, should I maybe just play Taos Principle instead? It's like, no. As I said, it's not too enjoyable. I don't want to fill the entire week with just one game. Yeah, and then all of a sudden it was 10 PM and I was like, okay, should I maybe just start my new project, which I have in the oven, right? Then I was like, I don't have a time slot really for it yet that I'm sure about. So if I started now, I don't know when I would do it afterwards. Yeah, it was horrible. I'm always so indecisive, you know. It just tends to happen with me, and I hate it. It's one of the things that annoys me the most about myself. It's like this indecisiveness. I mean, I know some reason why it might be. I'm not getting into that here. But yeah, and then I was like, you know, what else should I play? Then I looked at my priority list. But my priority list is all these games that are not that fitting for streaming. I said this before, just reading too much or just too much dialogue, I feel like it's not the most interesting thing for streaming and whatnot. Like, I don't think I could play like a full JRPG on stream. Yo, Mozabella, how's it going? Hopefully it keeps working today. So yeah, there we go. Now I'm at Firelink Shrine. And chat is working as well. I forgot I want to test that. But yeah, I was like, by the end it was like too late. I was like, okay, fuck it. No stream today. See, the Gargoyle tail axe. It's pretty sweet. All things considered. But it is an axe. Everything works just fine for now. That's how it usually is with technology. But yeah, the drip, by the way. Gargoyle helmet, gargoyle shield, and gargoyle tail axe. And then some random light clothing. Because fuck trying to find anything that fits. I wondered if I should... Yo, Meow Meow, welcome. I wondered if I should install a mod to disable weight limits. Or significantly reduce weight limits of armors, just so I can wear them. But you know, then I would also need to figure out how to do the meme roll thing. But yeah, anyways. Mostly checking in, sadly. Oh, that's very sad. But you know, life comes first, as always. As I always say. But yeah, sorry for not streaming yesterday evening. I just told the story. I don't know how much you heard of it. Indecisiveness has killed the cat again, or the rock, in this case. Like, I'm like the kind of guy, when I have time, I fill it up with other things. And then when some time opens up again, I fill it with even more things. And currently, like, streaming is just one thing. I tried this week to see how much I could give myself, like how much I could stream. Oh, wrong item. And I think the 3 to 4 is like a good amount. Yo, Adam. Welcome. You know I can say yeah. It would be nice if you could stay. How's it going, by the way? But yeah, I have another project planned, quote-unquote project. A game that has been asked before. I just have no idea yet. Not in the way that people have asked me to, as always. I have to do it in a special way. But I just haven't found like when I want to do it. And on top of that, I want to do a Swiss-German stream once a week as well. Which I think I will do Sundays for like 1-2 hours. So probably nobody will understand that, except for like 2 people that randomly stumble upon it. But hey, I want to try it out. See how it is. Because it's like oddly weird when I speak English. I feel less cringe about streaming, if that makes sense. And hear my own voice. But as soon as it becomes Swiss German, like, oh, ew, what is that? Ew, brother, ew. Yo, Dev Talk Masty. Why there's no one in your stream, bro? There's like, including you, 3 people. And if Meow is still here, 4 people. That's like insane omatico. If you know what I mean. Bro. I wouldn't mind hanging out in a German language stream. I mean, it is Swiss German, so it's a bit different from German. But if you don't speak German, it's probably that similar. Now too. Well, actually, if you want the full stats that I have, I need to quickly reset PowerVin anyways. If it wants to update finally, takes a second. I have 2 on Kick, 1 on Rumble, 1 on Twitch, and 9 on YouTube. Now 6 on YouTube. Which is pretty good, since streamers usually get about 1% of their subscriptions and viewers. So I beat that by a lot. I took German in college, so I know a little bit. That's good to know. But do you know what a chuchichashle is? Or a chungeli? Oh Gott, verstört nochmal, was ist denn das für eine komische Sicht da? Ein Krokodil, heiterer Kaib. Could you understand any of that? Ich habe nicht Idee. Oh, come on, fell this tree. There we go. That's an extra 5k souls, mind you. Not shabby. What do I think about it? About what? About the amount of viewers? Pretty insane. Mein Deutsch ist sehr schlecht. That word, by the way, means licking. Schlecht with CK is licked. My German is licked. About India. India is the best country. If I could, I would redeem all my money to India. Yeah, I hope thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you soon. I'm probably gonna stream the next time in German, in English on Tuesday with more Talos. Maybe I feel the need to stream later as well. I will see. Hell yeah, that worked out fantastic. Usually when I go for Gaping Dragon early, he always beats me. Gets me like 2 or 3 times in a row, but my god, this time. I'm doing a survey about people opinion. Well, aren't there like platforms for that? Or you could code something. Who should I go for next? I think I'm gonna go for some Gargs real quick. You know, Gargs with the Gargoyle axe. My cat is here. But yeah, India, #1. Above China. If I would have to rate the 5 best countries in the world, #1, India, #2, China, #3, Tajikistan, #4, Uganda, because Uganda see it, #5, Djibouti. But since I'm a programmer, #0 is Switzerland. Sorry, bruv. Only one can stand above all. Openly hated country in the US. Countries with black people, boomers are afraid of being racist against. Yeah. I mean, I find it funny how in Canada they had to put up shields, signs, that go, hey, stop pooping in this on the street and shit. And on the beaches. We have public toilets, you know. There's like this one video of this guy, C90 Adventures, who like, he went through India on his C90, which is a motorbike. And man, it's such a good, good depiction of differences between countries, let me say it like that. And there's also the famous Codex Pajit, version 3 by now, which is a very interesting documentary style video that I can recommend to check out. But yeah, my actual opinions is more about how well are you integrated? How well do you integrate yourself, I should say. Most people I've known, I've seen, they don't really do it. Yeah, I guess the Gargoyle can't handle the Gargoyle. Sorry, bro, it's just like that. Oh, there's that one song, Poo in the Loo, which is basically, hey, remember people, you got to shit in the toilet, not in the streets. I worked at a daycare and she has all these stories about the Indian kids shitting on the floor and try and convince the parents to make them stop. Chinese too, I think. There's like, I like this short, they have them. Oh, yeah. Especially in like lower class China, it's also somewhat common to shit on the streets. I remember that. Yeah, it's a weird world. I wonder about that. Like, the thing is, right? Diapers in their current form, of course, with the two latches on the side and super absorbent and everything, of course, they are a marvel of current technology. But like diapers have been a thing for centuries. Like in medieval time, you would just put a piece of cloth around your child. So it's strange that they never, like... They're sort of 100% represented everywhere. Oh. The timing on this one is a bit weird. Maybe I'm just used to a different... Fuck. I don't know what it is with certain countries and having no toilet manners. But hey, as long as they don't do it here, I wouldn't care. Oh wait, they do it here. Oh, speaking of, I just heard, was it JP Morgan? Like some random guy who's Indian accused a female co-worker of basically grooming him, turning him into her sex slave, in the hopes that he gets like $1 million settlement. But like, yeah, no, you're fucking lying, my guy. Liar, liar, pants on fire. But you know who's my favorite street shitter? Chair. The quartering. Oh fuck, I killed the wrong guy. It's really an interesting set of events. Basically how to speedrun ruining your career. Come on, guy. We have places to go. Things to see. The world is our destiny. Yeah, with the recent thing that's coming out, I was indifferent about him before. Like, I saw some of his videos, but the recent stuff, man, it's not looking good. Especially the Renaissance Fair video that's dropped recently. Or that people discovered. Oh. Just openly being a creep around women and children. It's like, man, you're a fucking married man. Don't you have any decency? For those that don't know, he was on a Renaissance Fair. And he like walked around. And they're like women with children. She goes, oh yeah, you know she's down to fuck because she has children. Openly like roars at people, like, rawr. at women that walk by. Then there's like this one girl. I think he's like, oh yeah, her ass is tight, but her pink hair scares me. Then she turns around and I was like, oh wait, she's 10. Like just really disgusting. Same with like co-workers and shit. I've heard so many bad arguments about not liking him. I just kind of don't care anymore. I mean, most that I've heard is just, especially the things I've seen, the clips from his stuff, it's just damning. And him just being drunk 24/7 and acting like a comic book villain doesn't help him. Ah! Since when? My guy, don't follow me. I could miss my. Could be that I missed my opportunity. Oh, just barely. I just think it's very fun to follow. I mean, maybe put it like that. Usually the internet is a dark, like internet in news, and everything is a dark and bleak place, but sometimes funny things happen. In the twisted world of internet personalities. Like amongst VTubers, there was like this one guy that everybody was shitting on, which was like, oh, this is so boring. Such a nothing burger. Everybody involved is just, it's just bad. Why should I care? There's nothing funny about that. So it's like fun to have something interesting happen at least. Or like in Switzerland, there's also an interesting thing happening. There's this guy, like, Switzerland is a trust-based society, right? I trust my neighbor, and my neighbor trusts me, kinda, to not be acting in bad faith. And there's this one guy, he found like a loophole where you can claim abandoned land, and he just went around and did that. And now he calls himself the king of Switzerland. The problem with that is there are streets going through these lands. So he wants to find the country when they want to, you know, renovate the streets and whatnot. It's like, man. On one hand, I'm rooting for him because fuck the government. These rules were in place for years, and if they would have realized that, they would have done the same. On the other hand, my taxes are already being wasted on stupid garbage. I don't want to be wasted on that, dude. Oh no, I'm stuck. Why is your game 20? Why is your stream 20% game, 80% border? Welcome, PogChamp, by the way. I mean, we have my cool icons, we have the chat, we have me, we have the heart rate monitor. But let me actually figure this out, because now I'm actually interested myself about that. We have this much, which is 2,073,600, and we have 3,686,400. Is that how it works? So say it's about 40% border and 6% game. So your calculation is a bit off there. A lot of VTube, like, I can get into that, of course, in a second. After Kirk, I feel like the motto of no enemies to the right makes a lot of sense, and try to adhere to it. I don't really think anyone should be getting drunk at the rent fair. The thing with Chair is he gets drunk every day, and then goes on a Twitter spree, threatening everybody about flagging the channel and whatnot. But yeah. The only thing I really didn't like about the Kirk thing is how everybody suddenly is Christian, even though they aren't. But hey. Now give me 1 second. Yeah. I just assumed it was a VTuber thing. Yeah, basically a lot of VTubers have borders and whatnot. That's true. But the thing is, a lot of them have also a lot of overlapping borders and whatnot. And that's something I don't like. Like when I watch other streamers, and normal streamers also have borders, by the way. That's not too uncommon. But what I don't like is when streamers overlap something in the game and you don't see it anymore, right? That's why everything for me is outside of the game's parameters. If you want to focus on the game, you can see the entire game the entire time. That's my stance on having a border. But a lot of VTubers, of course, I can actually show it for a second. They would have it like this. Go over here. The model would be something like this size, like here. The entire time. Maybe like chat on the game and notifications in the middle. Like, it's not for me. I don't like that. And then sometimes I have like the emoji spam thing where the chat emojis get thrown into the screen and like pop up and I like a clean screen. So that's why my border looks the way it does. I was very specific when I commissioned that one. I was like, I want a 1080p window inside a 1440p window. Nothing inside of it. And that's what I got. Perfect. It also helps when you technically want to just remove me from the game. You can very clear cut just crop this part out with nothing disturbing it. And you still get a 1080p gameplay window. Which I've done before, but I needed like... I want to show something to a friend, something that happened during stream, without me though in it. So I just cropped it, sent it to him, the gameplay clip, without my voice in it and everything. Perfect. Rumble hangs on the highest resolution, whatever it is. Need to watch on the second highest, so I always watch it in 640 or whatever. It's always a bit hard to determine where that comes from. This could be Rumble's ingest servers. This could be your internet. Many things. I think this was enough for me to get over the limit. Oh, shit, right. I have to first lower the middle part. But yeah, all in all, I think it's just a ideology. Some people care to do it one way, some people care to do it the other way, etc., etc. Oh. Like the thing is with a lot of games, you just don't have any space to put anything anywhere. Like a face cam as an example. If I want a face cam, if I put it in the lower left, I'm hiding my items I have equipped. In the top left, I'm hiding my stamina, health bar, everything. In the bottom right, I'm hiding my souls. And in some games in the top right, you have something else as well. So it's like, yeah. I'm happy with my solution. That's how I should put it in the end. Like my, what did I say? My philosophy is unobstructed gameplay, no matter the cost. And in this case, the cost is just a big border. Goodbye. Didn't even mean to kick him down. All of Rumble does. So the fact you stream in 1920 and 640 without a second highest setting means I have to watch it in 2 hours. In 2007. I don't know about the second highest. Like, I cannot set what resolutions I stream in beyond the highest resolution I stream in. That's something that Rumble has to do on their end. They would have to encode the stream into different resolutions. And if they are like Twitch in that regard, I think they just only give it to the higher streamers. The ones that have like a bigger audience. Like, okay. Like, as an example, the way Twitch does it is if you're partnered, you get resolutions. If you're not partnered, you just get the same resolution as the streamer. For everybody. And only when they have like downtime with less streamers on, sometimes you get different resolutions. When they have like free capacity. So I think that's probably it as well on Rumble, if I would have to guess. But yeah, I mean, personally, I would say most people that I see should stream in 720p anyways. And at least raise the bitrate a little bit. Both for the viewer's sake and for their own sake. But with my setup, it's a bit hard to stream at everything lower than 1080p. Because I think the resolution of the game would be way too small at that point. Which is why it always confuses me when people say, oh, I want to watch streams in 4K. I want to watch a 4K stream of my favorite streamer. It's like, oh, yeah. Are you sure about that? It's very interesting because a lot of people don't know about that. As an example, if you watch Netflix, when they get the movie or TV series or whatnot, they can just encode it on their server once and that's it. And they don't need to redo the work. But for streamers, they need to do this every single time. Man, I have no idea why my throat is so fucked right now. It's more work, it costs more, and everything. I mean, I don't need to kill this guy. But to be fully honest, me personally, I'm a big fan of 4:3 and 480p resolution. Something about it just feels still very good. If I pop a DVD in, I think it's good enough most of the time. So I really don't get when people are like, oh no, if it's not 4K at the very least, I don't want it. Oh, I thought, could I get double stun? About frame rate? Yes, I do. Depends on what, right? I think movies, 24 frames a second is still, it has something. It has the cinematic view. For video games, at least 60. And no fake frames. That's a big one for me, especially current day. I don't want any of that frame gen shit. And AI upscaling and whatnot. I want real frames at 60 frames per second for video games. At the very least. Of course, more is always better. Huh? I don't even know what hit me there. That was a weird one. I thought I could get the stun in. Yeah, buddy boy. Oh, that was good. I love how quickly this one can stun it. Let me do this. Oh shit, I forgot to get off. And for like animation, I would say depending on what you depict, 12 frames is also right. But yeah, when somebody says, oh, that's, as I said, like 4K or 120 frames at the minimum, at least, otherwise it's unwatchable. I always get reminded of those are the same people, like a decade ago on the PS3 and Xbox and PS4 were like, oh no, you can't see more than 30 frames anyways, so it doesn't matter that my game runs at 25 most of the time, compared to a PC. And now they're like, oh yeah, 4K 120 minimum. It's always very funny to me. Come on, there we go. Who should I do next? I think I'm gonna do, yeah. I'm gonna go Sif and Butterfly, and they go 4 kings. I think that could be funny. Oh, also yesterday. Because it was a holiday, everything was closed. So I kind of had to do with what I had in my kitchen. Because I forgot to go to the store and stock up for the day. That's always the worst. Like, look at your freezer, you're like, oh, there's nothing there. You look at your cupboard, I have like a can of beans. A little bit of salt and maybe a packet of chili or something. It's like, I guess I have to make this work now for dinner. In the end, I found like a can of chili con carne and some freeze-burned chicken. It's like, yeah, that'll work. Like half a month, I think it was a month out of date bread. Like that you rebake. Eggs? Oh, no eggs. Well, like I had no eggs. Because I usually eat like 2 for breakfast every day. So I run out of them quite quickly. Oh, I forgot to buy things for Andre. Egg drop soup. Does sound good. I mean, the one thing I could have made, which is fucking amazing, is I have like this vegetable umami sauce thingamajig. Or like liquid. It's pretty good. You just put rice in the rice cooker with water and then a bit of that vegetable shit in. Best fucking rice I've ever eaten. So good. Unbelievably good. Or you can add some soy sauce a little bit into it. Into the water while it's cooking. Oh, it's amazing. A little bit of miso paste. Honestly, our rice cooker recipes are highly undervalued in this market. Some ghost pepper powder and black pepper and a dash of cayenne. A little nutmeg. I mean, I can see the nutmeg, but I'm not a spice guy. Not at all. The spiciest I eat is like sriracha and kimchi. So ghost pepper. I was like, oh yeah, do I want to suffer for the rest of the day? Sure. Let's go. Come on, big guy, it's time to land. I just never got used to it for some reason, and I don't want to get used to it. It's like, people, oh yeah, you just have to eat it a lot and you get used to it. It's like, I want to enjoy my food. I don't want to suffer through it, so I can maybe, at the end of the day, enjoy it. Oh, I didn't think it would work, but it worked. Okay, good. Very good. Like, I bought this this chili, what was it? Chili paste. Thinking, oh yeah, you know, how hot can it be? It's being sold in a Swiss supermarket. How hot can this be? I took like the tip of a fork. The tip of it. And I was on the floor. Gasping for air. That shit was vile. Absolutely horrendous how spicy that was. And then spice becomes hotter if you let it rest, basically, right? So the longer like spice is in connection with oxygen, it like becomes hotter. It's like half a year later. I was like, I still haven't taken a single drop from that sauce in anything. Let me try it out again. Maybe it's not as bad anymore. It was even worse. I should have a second Gargoyle axe. I want to see if I can maybe make it divine. It's good for you though, and you should become more powerful. Yeah. I mean, I'll see if I think I'm gonna stick with what I'm eating right now. On my spice level. You know, kimchi and whatnot. Kimchi is fantastic. But you won't see me going to an Indian restaurant and pick up unknown spice mix number 3. Your butthole is gonna love it. Very unlikely. Let's see, reinforced weapon. Oh, I can make a divine Gargoyle axe. Hell yeah. Oh, that reminds me, I need to speak to someone who can give me large shots, because I think I ran out of them. There's a man in a cave. That's how all good stories start. He doesn't know you exist, but he trains every day to kill you. When you meet one day, will you be able to defeat him in a hot wings eating contest? I think, yeah, I know who you're talking about. one day when I get famous, I will be on Hot Ones. And he asks me the first question and I'm dying on the floor. So, Mr. Runeborne, what's your opinion on chicken? It's like, help me, I need water, please. Like that, probably. If you have fire shits, if you had a cheap hot sauce, not hot sauce, that's too hot. I mean, if that's the case, might be worth to try, but it's like, as I said, like building up a tolerance. That you also lose very quickly from what I've heard. It's like, You know, maybe at one point in time I will land like a hot goth Thai GF. And then that means only spicy food from here on out. In that case, sure, let's go. Let's spice max for a little bit. But until then, I'm gonna be milquetoast Yaku. Look at this boy. Does he look like he likes spicy food? No. So Greek philosophy. Yeah, it does ring a bell, doesn't it? Oh, fuck. Yo, Sif. Can you defeat a Gargoyle? I don't think you can. I do like the Gargoyle axe, by the way. I think it's an undervalued weapon. Because the thing is, it gives you resistance to basically bleed, poison, everything. So it's a much better noob weapon than... what's it called? The Drake Sword. Oh yeah, that was quite simple. Let's go for the Hydra immediately. I like eating spicy foods in part because it's a reminder that I should be capable of stuff that's slightly inconvenient. Like video games in part for similar reason, but with puzzles. Yeah, I mean, I don't need to remind me of that. But one thing is, my brother, he used to be like the cook in the family. And that meant when somebody else was cooking, he just came into the kitchen sometimes and dumped shit in. To fit his taste. So I would cook myself something. And he would just dump a whole, like, spice mix in there. It became unedibly hot. So I have still some trauma about that as well. When it comes to spice. So, oh yeah, this pasta dish needs some cayenne pepper and some chilies and this and this. Like chilies into the tomato sauce and etc. etc. I was like, oh, it was so bad. Especially I would tell him like knock it off, and he wouldn't. I would make like rice for dinner. And he came and said, oh yeah, you know what would be cool, good with rice? Some coconut milk instead of water. So he dumped some coconut milk into the rice. It's like, dude, it's my rice, not yours. Suffice to say, it was unedible. And that's annoying, but the part isn't. I think that's annoying that you brought it, but the part of me is powerful enough to overcome the Agartha edits playing in my brain. Why would Agartha edits play in your brain? Oh, speaking of. I like the white monster. It's probably my favorite. And over lunch break at work last week, I was like in the store, bought some white monster, and my boss was like, they're out of my usual drink. Let's see what Yaku is having. Then he asked me, is it good? Like, I like it. So I hope he liked it as well. But you know, when he came in the next day into work, his hair was a bit blonder, I think. And his eyes were blue, which was a bit strange. There we go. Americans literally... You good? Okay. Americans literally discovered hot peppers and started cooking with them. Now the entire world pretends they came up with spicy food. I mean... I can see it about, like, Western culture, but, like, Asians, I think always had spiciness in their foods as well. Just different kinds. I've been psyoped, okay. I mean, I have to look into that. Is it similar, like, tomatoes with Italians? Where Italians didn't even have tomatoes, actually. But it's become such a staple food of Italians that it's now associated with them. Oh, the axe is fantastic. The golem already dies this fast. Hell yeah. A new world food. Okay, interesting. Same with potatoes. Yes, potatoes I did know as well. And it of course became like very European as well. Originated in the Americas. With the earliest ancestors likely appearing in South America, Bolivia and Brazil. Before spreading to Mesoamerica. They were a staple in indigenous cuisine and medicines long before introduced to the rest of the world via Columbian exchange. Huh. Didn't know that. Yeah, I want to do 4 kings. I mean, didn't everybody play a little bit of a role in founding America? It was basically a hodgepodge of like everything. And you had like the Nords who arrived at America like 100 or 200 years before everybody else. Where's this dude? I'm scared that he will kill the Firelink Keeper again. Yeah, doesn't matter. Once I'm done with 4 kings, it doesn't matter. But you know, it's just like this concept of making it yours, right? If you can make it good, even if it's not yours originally, is it really a bad thing? Right? Like I like pizza, I like pasta. I like ravioli. Right, I do like my Italian foods. Especially as a Swiss person. So they could have just stolen everything. I still like Italian food. Yo, big guy. Don't do that, please. What would you say is like the worst cuisine in the world? In your opinion? Okay, let's see how this guy will fare. Oh! That's not a good start. Yeah, I'm gonna restart that one. Cuisine that doesn't exist anymore. Why? Give me 1 second. There we go. I got some non-alcoholic mango beer here. It's pretty good. It's getting thirsty. Curry is an Indian. It's the old English word that means food. It was invented by British soldiers stationed there. But the Indians were eating before, who knows? They gave up on it. Who knows? I mean, they have like the whole thing of just throwing shit together, I think. So it could be that it was the same, they just called it differently. I mean, don't they also like... Wasn't it this controversy where they started selling cow piss in Canada recently? Huh? My guy, don't just randomly spawn in. It's definitely tighter than I expected it to be. But yeah, for me, it's like every culture that like eats bugs. That's like... Man. Just no. Like, I would try it, just out of curiosity, how it tastes. And you know, if I was starving or whatnot, I would do it. But you know, not willingly. And monkey brain, it's... My grandparents once ate monkey brains. They had that in China. It's like... It just seems a bit too... Like, it's a bit too close to me. In terms of... looks to humans. To like, oh yeah, let's eat a monkey. Bugs and cannibals. Honestly, I would say... you know, it depends. I think if you're willingly a cannibal... that's just something wrong with you. But I would not scrutinize anybody for eating it if they need to. That makes sense. Yeah, that was the 4 Kings. Holy shit, that was not as good as I thought it would be, but also not as bad. You know about brain bleeding? Isn't that when you like consume brain specifically? There's something in there that makes you go insane, which is the same reason that what was it called? Like why beef had like problem. Cows and such, because they fed them ground up dried cow meat, which included the brain. It's human meat. Yeah, when you eat like, it's human meat. I thought it was specifically if you eat the human brain. That causes like some sort of symptom in your... It like fucks with your chemicals or whatnot. Makes you go haywire. And short circuits your brain. Becoming like a weirdo. Yeah, like if you eat it willingly. Bleeding out their eyes. Yeah. Oh. That was a bit too close. Some people get the same effect from eating it. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought it was specifically human brains. But it might be primate brains. Despite my heightened resistance to poison, it did not help stave it off. Too bad. But yeah, I would just... You know, I will keep my hands off of that stuff. I mean, Joe Rogan claims a lot about monkeys. Isn't he also like a firm believer in the that one theory where monkeys ate like mushrooms and that's how we developed our brains and became actually sentient and human? Stoned ape theory, wasn't that it? I thought he was one of these people that believes in that. Because he's like in general just a druggie. Oh no, man. It's not that human like cooked meat by accident or whatnot, and that gave us more nutrients, which gave us more power in general to use. No, it was definitely monkeys eating drugs. eating mushrooms and getting high. They became intelligent from that. Have you ever tried DMT? Perfect. He also thinks all of Christianity is based on fly amanita mushrooms. Yeah. It's like... He's like the typical stoner that sees weed as like the cure and the answer to everything. It's like, oh yeah, dude, you get really creative when you're high. All the music, everything that anything creative has been written when people were high. No exception, dude. And it's like a natural painkiller, dude. It actually helps you with depression and this and dude. Just smoke weed, dude. It's the best thing. Be high 24/7. I was like, okay. It is like that times 10, just with every drug. Didn't he like shill kratom or something like that, and recently somebody passed away from overdosing on it? That like was on the show when he talked about it. Or did I misremember something there? Like, I think Joe Rogan is like... He gets interesting guests as far as podcasts goes. But he as a person is just very boring, I would say. I remember I was watching 2-3 episodes back to back, and it was like drugs, MMA, and monkeys, and then like maybe 10% actually interesting stuff. At least to me, interesting. Like, he had some guy on. It's like, oh yeah, when you do this, that's like in MMA when somebody has you in a chokehold and you kick them in the balls. You shouldn't do it, but it saves you from the chokehold. It's like, oh yeah, that's a good allegory. But other than that, I never understood why he was so popular. But that's just me. Guess I woke my cat up. Was on the PC. Hello. I'm a fucking retard. If you listen to anything you say, you're a retard. I say I'm a retard. Yeah, pretty much. But you know, there are people who will take his word as gospel just because he's rich and famous. Oh, don't get stuck there. Reference to teachers classifying him as an underperforming student. I mean, intensely curious person. Yeah, that's the thing that I've heard as well. I think that is really his biggest strength, that he's actually... regardless what the person is talking about, he's engaging with it, right? Oops. Like when there's some dude on, and he talks about, oh yeah, dude, I I killed a bear with my bare hands down in Alaska when I was high on methamphetamine. He's like, oh yeah, you were high on methamphetamine and killed a bear. That reminds me of one time when I was in an MMA match, and the other guy was clearly high on coke. Something or the other. But how did you get your hands on methamphetamine down in Alaska? So, oh, I met this guy called Jesse Pinkman. He said he was. He made some of that good stuff, you know. For that, you know, he is pretty good. I do have to concede on that point, but still. He's not the kind of guy, I would say it like this, where I could watch every episode. Because every so often he would say something, I'm just like, this is so ridiculous, it's actually starting to piss me off. This is so stupid. My cat is making some dangerous moves, give me a second. Yeah, so I'm back. One of my cats has the tendency of like walking behind my monitors, like chomping over the cables on like a thin ledge of my table. And I already see the day when he does that and he just pulls the entire monitor assembly down. It's not a if, but a when. Okay, shit. It doesn't actually matter too much. Yes, yeah, basically. In general, like, I always struggle to find, like, good podcasts to listen to. Like, one I've listened to a lot, back and forth a few times, is Snake Bones. It's about this guy called King Cobra JFS. But sadly, that ended when he died. Like, just normal podcasts with normal people are most of the time like, ugh. I don't care about anyway. I don't care about this dude. Like, who even is he? I thought I might like Alex Friedman or whatever his name was. Because like he's into programming. I've listened to a few episodes there and it's also like... It's just not my style of podcasting, I guess. That's usually why I like streamers the most. Like when I have something on in the background, it's like a live stream. Because at least some of them know how to talk consistently without making it about themselves. Or have some weird opinions. The biggest problem in the universe, which one got too retarded? Dax or what was the other one called? Fucking... I mean, Dick Masterson is one of them. The other one was... can't remember. But yeah, you're right there. And Bang is X. Oh, Maddox, yeah. But yeah, which one do you think got retarded? Maddox got retarded or Dick? Because I think both are kinda... Like he hung around with this guy called Vito. He's like one of these ironic pedophiles. It's like, you can't really defend that. But I've heard a lot of people like the biggest problem in the universe. He couldn't drop trucks and left wingers, so he wanted to be shitload to right wingers with his absolute retarded points. Yeah, you just need to know which audience you want to grift to. Ah, truth nukes. Trooks, I see. Well, he couldn't drop to truth nukes on left wingers, you want to shitload to right wingers. Yeah, it always... It goes one way or another. Yo, Dapix, welcome. How's it going? But yeah, sadly, that was like before my time when I was like into podcasts and whatnot, so I never saw a single episode of it. I've only known Dick from like watching him on PK a couple of times. And his involvement with like the sector. To some degree. I'm also very much following there. Oh, come on. I just remember the lawsuit. That's like the biggest thing I remember from that time. Dick was eating out of his trash. I see. I mean, I could see him doing that. Good old Choo Choo the cow. He would be doing stuff like that. You're not gonna explode me, my guy. Sorry, but not sorry. We ain't jihad in here. The way Maddox makes his money is wild, really? I didn't keep up with him at all. I just remember, like, didn't he lose the lawsuit against Dick? That's like the last thing I heard of him. From yesterday's time at work, I mean, yesterday I didn't have to work, so that was great. But, I mean, I hope it gets better. I'm good. Yesterday I was just a bit indecisive. So I didn't stream. It's like, I would stream this game, but it's too similar to the other game I'm currently playing, since it's also a puzzle game. Etc. etc. Huh? Have you ever seen this attack? Oh. There we go. psych evaluation on people like that. He pitches stuff, it gets bought and shelved. You mean to like investors? Like angel investors and stuff? Because I mean that's not the worst thing you could do. Ah, pitches TV shows, I see. But do you get money from the pitch itself? I thought usually you only get royalties after the fact. And like, oh yeah, we like that idea, kid. Here you have $10,000. Finally. He moves on to come up with something else to develop that into sell thing. He's not trying to have it shelved. These are all things he thinks will become something. I mean, depends. If that's the way you make your money and you don't hate it outright. But I can see how it makes you kind of it could make you depressed, having like thinking like, oh yeah, this is a great idea, but nobody can see your genius. I mean, look at me. I've been doing this for the last 10 decades. And my art has gone underappreciated. And then some bozo comes along and tapes a banana to the wall. And it immediately becomes one of the most recognizable art pieces of the 21st century. Real piece of artwork, by the way. Quote-unquote artwork. Fucking banana taped to the wall. That people go, oh yeah, the angle it's taped at the wall and the tape used and the specific way it's ripped, it's so genius. It describes human frailty. And a second, no. Have you been to one of those museums? No. I'm not a museum goer. I just see the artworks, I'm like, yeah. I don't want to see it live if it already looks like this shit digitally. Cashback systems that you can abuse. I mean, back in school, yeah, we went like to some museums, but they were more traditional, not like modern art. Like, you know, paintings and statues and whatnot. Oh yeah, cashback systems. I use cashback systems for the supermarket I use the most. But they are usually not worth it. Like, the amount you would need to buy for it to become anything worthwhile makes you just a poor sort in the end. I bought 200 rolls of toilet paper and I got $2 back. Yay. If you want to abuse a system, look what the King of Switzerland did. Maybe that works in your country as well. The best thing you see, man. You know what? There's another artwork that is even better, in my opinion. I actually have to show it. Oh, where's my mouse? There it is. Museum. This one. Can I show this like this? I think I can. This. Fucking museum. Where there's a toilet, a urinal. With a name on it. Perfect. It's art. It's pure, unadulterated art. And it's absolute shit. Like, I remember there's also this story of this guy, he like went to a museum, put his shoe down, he just laid it into like a corner, and the people like were taking photographs and everything. So, oh, what does this piece of art mean? It's like, it's my shoe. You see him like standing there with his shoe off. And if I remember correctly, when he tried to grab it, to put it back on, like a guard stopped him or something. But I might misremember that part. But yeah, art means nothing. Modern art, at least. Holy fuck, how did that hit me? I stared at a blank wall and got peeped. Just up and stare at the wall. Exactly. That's just how it is. Wrong ring. Like, I have a painting, actually. And it's better than anything any art museum could come up with. It's just a sham, really. It's on one hand people who want to evade taxes. Quote unquote evade taxes. Or people who want to feel intelligent. And like 2 free soccer stats figure that out. To make massive amount of money off of it. Hallelujah. Every single time. It's not even funny. Like, the thing is, I get it if you want to put some color into the room. Do you have just like, my dad is one of these people. He has paintings, but they're like fake paintings, if that makes sense. Or like very cheap ones that just get basically like printed in some warehouse. Oh, what the fuck? Why did he roll off? Oh no. I would have survived that. I panicked. Shit. But yeah, my dad has like... It's just blotches of color, stripes of color and whatnot. If you look at it, it means nothing. But it adds some color to the room. So for that, it's alright, but if you put that into a museum and say, oh yeah, it's worth $200 million, I have to look at you and be like, are you insane? I wouldn't even wipe my butt with that, because it would hurt. Get this shit out of here. If I would make a museum, it would only have rocks in it. That are in funny shapes. Like that one crystal everybody found. That looked like a giant penis. Here we have the crystal dildo. Use at your own risk. And of course you have to pay us if it breaks. Oh, here's a rock, and it looks like it has the face of Jesus Christ on it. Okay, perfect. Get your tentacles out of my way. No, I always love when people like find a chip that looks like something. It's like, oh, I found a potato chip. It looks like Jesus Christ. Put it on eBay for $200 million. I talked about this before, but they have like, they sold like this potato chip variant here called Aromat, which is like a MSG spice we have in Switzerland. If I go right now, Zweifel Aromat. One bag for 50, one bag for 99, one bag for 5, but empty. Here's one for $5. But it looks empty. Oh, actually, this one is not empty. So yeah, you have like these bows. $600 one guy for a bag of chips. 1,000. 55. There's one. Oh, this one is empty for $2. Yeah. People always want to make money in the most ridiculous ways. And it always works. Because get-rich-quick schemes are always working. That's why there are so many rich people out there. Let me go to Onolondo. The China Show is a decent podcast. Oh, these two dudes. Yeah, I've watched some of their stuff. Like, I remember when they still were in China. When they were, like, going around with their motorbikes and whatnot. And then they had to, like, flee to the US again. But I feel like sometimes it's just a bit forced. Like, there's a lot of bad about China. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes I feel like it's a bit forced. Like, especially as a programmer, like... People say, oh, these Chinks can only steal code. It's like, no. Some of the best code currently comes from China. Because in the West, it's been hog-tied by other kinds of people. That was dumb. Let's just do it the normal route. But yeah, I can see that. I've watched some of their stuff. Please. Strategy when it comes to cashback. Buy small stuff, small bread for example, then that are cheap. And we'll over it to make full round. What? I'll say some bullet drin. Yeah, that's good. And also, it rounds up and you get the difference. But I feel like, you know, that's... I don't think it will make a difference too much. Like, my cashback program is for every 1 cent, like, for every $1 spent, I get 1 cent in cashback. I currently have like $60 or something like that. And from that I always buy like movies and CDs and whatnot. Like, honestly, the best cashback that you can get is dividends on stocks. Because you get like 5% with some of the better ones. So if you have 1 million in there, you get like 50 grand a year. Just takes a while to get there, I guess. But the thing is, like, weren't you like making notebooks? I feel like that's a far easier way to make money. Some pocket money, you know, than trying to go the whole cashback route. Oh no! I forgot the doll! Shit! Right, there was something. Oh, fuck. One thing my brother does, by the way. He, like, signs up to all of these, like, banks. As an example. Like, there's two things he does. One is he signs up to banks, where they give you, like, a starting credit of $100 or whatnot for opening an account. Or, like, where you get $10 if you invite a friend to also create an account. And the other thing he does is he signs up to like online casinos that are here in Switzerland, where you get like, oh, you get a $10 sign up bonus where you can spin, like, do a $10 free spin. And oh, it's holiday season, so you get a free 10 free spins. And then he cashes the money out after he does a few spins. Like, he made some money from that. But I think he also got banned from like half the casinos already. Because he never plays on them, he just gets the free spins, cashes the money out, and then goes. So they're like, oh yeah, you can't do that shit. Oh, fuck it. Don't I have the ring with me? Oops. Let's grab it then. I think it was the Dark Moon Seance ring. But yeah, that's one thing you can do. Just don't gamble.
Halt! This is the tomb of the great Lord Gwyn, punished.
Yeah, that's like the thing. A lot of these like you will be spending so much time for so little money that it's often not worth it. It's like when you like fill out for like the market research people. Where you fill out a form and it's like, oh yeah, just fill out this form. And you get $5 or something and it takes like an hour to fill out. Or word, or like 2 hours. Something I used to do is, what was it called? They were like crypto faucets, where essentially you would watch an ad and you get like a very small amount of crypto. And over like months I would accumulate like $2, but it's like, man, you spent so much money on, so much time on this. Thanks for the follow, by the way. I will check the name in a second. Something with E. You spent way too much money on it, time on it to make the money worth.
Oh, heretic, swathed in dark, an eternal curse upon thee.
An eternal curse. Thanks for the follow, Iam. Ska. Ubisoft is making or release. You mean the first quadruple A video game? The one that flopped so hard, it made everybody made fun of them because they call it the first quadruple A video game. That one. Like, I do know they are remaking Assassin's Creed Black Flag. So I think you're thinking of that one. With Pirate Game and not the other one. I think Skull and Bones it was called. The first quadruple A video game. Let me see, I mean... My Ubisoft stocks is 20.5% up. So I pray for their success. Go Ubisoft. You know, I actually root for them. I really do, since I have some monetary investment. Oh, I did talk about it in a recent stream, but oh, the 5th of May can't come soon enough. When the earnings report for AMD comes out. Because I'll either make bank or I'll lose everything. Talking about money, right? Don't invest into stocks if you have money, if you don't want to lose the money. Let me say it like that. At least don't put money in that you are not willing to lose. It was Black Flag, okay. Because the other one that came out a while ago now. Yeah. I think it was called Skull and Bones. Maybe I should buy this when it's like on sale. Just to make fun of it. Ah, but I think you need the Ubisoft launcher. Yeah, it requires a Ubisoft account. Ew. But yeah, the first quadruple A video game costs $30 currently. Which shows you how much of a quadruple A video game that was. What an insane statement, by the way. Like, this is pure marketing gobbledygook. But yeah, Black Flag is like one of the last Assassin's Creed that people really liked. From what I remember. I stopped after Brotherhood myself. But I know a lot of people liked 3 and 4. So 3 and Black Flag. Shit. I mean, you can't hit me from there. My favorite Assassin's Creed is Shadows, of course. I do like my boy Yasuke. We was samurais and shit. You know, I always wanted them to make like a video game in Switzerland, based in Switzerland. Be it like a GTA style game, be it like an Assassin's Creed type game. That would be so cool. You know, Assassin's Creed during the Wilhelm Tell era and such. With the Landvogt. That would be such a cool concept. Like this is manga called Wolfsmund about Switzerland. Which is such a cool idea. That it's like this castle in the Alps where people have to pass through to get to Ticino, I think, or like to Italy. And there's like this guy who's like almost like clairvoyant. It's like figuring out how if people are trying to pass through illegally and whatnot. I haven't really read of it too much, but it would be so fun, man. And you also, right, you have like very varying terrain as well. And since Switzerland ain't exactly the biggest country, you could say we put a whole country in this game. 1-to-1 scale as well. But of course that's probably not gonna happen. We will never get my dream game. Guess I just have to make it myself. I just need a small loan of $200 million. I mean, technically, there's this guy I work with. He's quote-unquote making a game that is plays in Switzerland. It's like a simulator game, and I'm like, you're like 4 years into development or whatnot. I don't think you will finish this game. And even then, it looks very boring. I've looked at it. It's not gonna be my type of game, at least. Never say never. Yeah. Just like Justin Bieber once said, I guess. But I don't have too much hope for it, let me say it like that. Like really, I think the best hope is really Assassin's Creed. Because they have done everything now, haven't they? Or like most of the big ones. They've done China, I think, with one of their like spin-off games. They've done England, they've done France, they've done Italy. They've done Jerusalem. They've done Japan. They might do... they've done Egypt. They've done Pirate Country. They've done America, of course. I mean, what do they have left of interesting countries? They have India. Maybe Russia. And maybe, you know, the Netherlands. So I really think, you know, Assassin's Creed Bünzliburg will come out in the next 10 years. Romanian Resident Evil Village, or to find out the Witcher games was based in medieval Poland. I mean, The Witcher was written by a Polish guy, so I think that's not too surprising. It's like if I would make a video game, I would obviously base it in Switzerland. Like I have like my background, and my canon there is that it's some Swiss mountain in the background. Somewhere in the Swiss backwater forest. Or Schwarzwald, but that's in Germany. But yeah, Romania? I mean, isn't Romania like close enough to Transylvania? For people that's like, yeah, you want to do zombies and vampires and shit? Let's go like in this direction. Oh, what an idiot, he didn't hit me. Somehow. Hello? Didn't want to roll for 1 second there. Almost fucked it up. There's, by the way, this one game I don't know if it comes out, if it will ever come out. Which is basically Dark Souls in India. Quest of the Avatar or something it was called. I'm actually looking forward to it just because it doesn't look good, mind you. But the idea is funny. There we go. It's a western part of Hungary. Oh, see?
This man is a threat.
So it makes sense in that way. That Romania might be picked for something like Resident Evil Village. Since that had werewolves and zombies and vampires and giant babies and weird machine guys and mushrooms. Like Joe Rogan might have been in that game as well. But yeah, man, video games have become weird. Fucking Death Stranding 2 had Pecora in it. Or Pecora. And the Pragmata game collabed with her as well. Like, we already have VTubers in high-ranking video games. Right? It is in development. Oh, what was it called? Could look it up in a second. I think they called it India's first AAA game or something like that. Because everything needs to be a first. India's first AAA game. Because not the Age of Bharat. Whatever that is. India Souls-Like. Ah, it's called Unleash the Avatar. So if that ever comes out, I might stream it just for the ridiculousness of it. Right, so redeeming some of the souls, Tsar. No, Tsar, do not redeem the souls, Tsar. Why did you redeem them? Tsar! That joke would be funny for at least half an hour. Trust and believe. I mean, the thing is, actually, a lot of anime is outsourced to India, by the way. If you ever wondered why some anime seems strange, maybe, look at the credits and you will find like these animation studios in India that do like the in-between frames. In Japan, they do like the main stuff, and then in India, they do the in-betweens. Just like, oh, it's dire. For the weeb community. Huh. Yo, Mouse Bella, welcome back. Checking back in for a quick 6-7. Fucking arrow. Unleash the Avatar, America has dog sounds, and England and France has laser P? You mean lies of P, right? I'll be eating soon. What's for lunch then? Or dinner? Anything good? Or some slop? Some of that tasty slop bowl. Ha, ha, he, ho, he, ho, ya. Homemade pizza? I mean, they do say even a bad pizza is a good pizza. So that's top tier. I should also make a pizza for once in a while. India's unleashed America's Dark Souls. Why does America have Dark Souls? Dark Souls is made by From Software, which is in Japan. And Sekiro is made by From Software, which plays also in Japan. So we also have India. We have Japan Souls. Oh! Who are you? No. God, no. I mean, there was this one time where that one kid went on stage with From Software to thank his recently confirmed rabbi, Bill Clinton or whatever. But no, it's a Japanese company. But yeah, bad pizza. I agree sometimes. I've seen some bad pizza where... or something that people at least call pizza. But most of the time... it's going surprisingly well. We have... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 8, 9 bosses left. And we are about 2 hours in. With canned fish? No. Like some... what's it called? You know, some, sardines on there? Oh, that's... Pizza with sardines is perfect. Oh, what are you talking about? I had a pizza before, which is usually described as... Huh? Why? Which is usually described as more filled with onion than being an actual pizza. I mean, there's this one called Pizza Pazza, which is just onion and some bacon bits. That one's good. That game is glitching indeed. Oh, I have to... I usually don't do this. But I have to show you something. I present to you one of my favorite videos of all time. Let me quickly do it like that. This is the Mestreda pizza, the pizza master. This is the shittiest pizza I've ever seen. Just a hole in there, no problem. Just patch it up. Doesn't matter. Then a big slather of whatever the fuck this is. And, you know, a good helping of... shredded chicken with rice and some mayonnaise, I would guess. Just a bit, just a little bit, a dollop, you know. Don't want to oversaturate the pizza of it. And of course, what's missing on a good pizza? Corn, right? So some corn on the pizza. And also, what do you do when you have a pizza oven? You keep it hot with trash. That's right, a random piece of wood shoved in there. Oh, just like an old pizza box, sure. Yeah, like he knows it. 2 minutes and this delicious food is ready to be eaten. He almost dropped it though. I mean, he knows how to spin a plate. That's for sure. But it gets even better. My favorite part is yet to come. Oh, some random whatever the fuck this is. Like leaves or something? You know, a pizza oven is meant to be extremely hot so that the pizza is done within like 2-3 minutes. But I feel like this one is just nowhere near done. He puts it closer to the fire, of course. Right on top of the trash is the best way to do it. Also, lovely the tape there on the right side. I'm sure that's not gonna melt. Oh yeah, the tiles came off. Just tape them. Just tape them on there. Being this bad at this skill. There's actually something I have to say about that in a second. You know, the whole area and whatnot is like, okay, right? It's Brazil, first of all. If you didn't realize it by the colors that the guy is wearing. Man. Oh yeah, just toss the trash around the pizza. I'm sure it's not gonna land on it a little bit. That's the best part is coming. Delicious. And to round it up, 3 olives. Just 3 olives. Like, what the fuck? What is this? Like, my guy. And the thing is, this is apparently a very popular pizza in Brazil. This like weird shit with just tons of sauce. And 3 olives. Oh. I didn't almost die there. He kind of overdid it. You know, I can see putting 3 olives on a pizza if they're sliced. It's like, oh yeah, you can at least like spread them out a little bit better. But man. Shit. As long as you like it, but not for me. The European me has a lot of questions, especially the construction special at the end. That's what it was, right? It wasn't like an actual knife or something. Just like one of these where they put shit into the walls. Yeah. So what else you wanted to say? You got reminded of something about my message. That's the one I got reminded of. Where you said there's no bad pizza. Like... It is my favorite video, but man, this is trash. I would certainly never order that. Not in a million years. It's a sugar cane. Ah, for the extra sweetness that the corn didn't provide already. You know, corn on pizza? Like a ham, mushrooms and corn actually works pretty well, or just ham and corn. But not like a whole can of it. Yeah, the best video, man. I don't even remember where I first saw this video. I think it just got recommended to me. Oh, come on, pull the lever. Is the cone head hitting the ladder while climbing down real? Do you still believe in Santa Claus or not? Because I might ruin two things for you right now. You would rather eat that than the onion one you had? Really? I feel like you pick up one slice and everything just drops on the floor. With that one. Like, I've had pizzas where I took one bite and the whole top came off when I tried to bite it off. But this, you don't even need to take a bite. It's just... you have to eat that with a spoon. Would you know? It's like a deep dish pizza in the Americans. Cost run on ethanol. Interesting. I mean, I know you can run cars with ethanol, but it's like really bad for the engine usually. Like, I've seen some people just dumping random alcohol into cars and it ran. Sometimes. But not good. I prefer how this game looks rather than AR. Honestly, same. It just has a charming style to it, really. Would I like to see how this game would look like in a modern style? Like, in really good graphics? Yeah, kinda. But I'm totally fine with this. The onion one is bad. Yeah, to each their own, I would guess. Is a clam inside? Yep, there's a clam inside. I'm not in the mood for eating any clams today. That's all I'm saying. Like, I think Elden Ring, just graphically, will not hold up in 10 years. Just like Call of Duty back in the day was like, oh, it looks so good, and when you play it now, it's like, oh man, this looks like ass. It's gonna be the same for Elden Ring. Good. Do moves like that, I prefer that. Honestly, I think like graphically they peaked at Bloodborne. Like, that game has like a good ratio of realistic graphics to still stylized visuals of how lanky everybody looks. right? Okay, let's see. I haven't done the tour. Let's do the Taurus demon. Oh, me neither. You know, sometimes I want to whore out for graphics, right? Like, Talos Principle, in my opinion, looks fantastic. But it's not, it's... Like, it's one of the last deciding factors for me on a game. Is if the graphics look good. Yeah, pretty much the last one, I have to say. I mean, I still play Game Boy games. I still play, like, early PC games, like Ultima and whatnot. Fucking Doom and Quake and etc. Get out of the way! You small little piece of shit. For me, it's like gameplay is like one of the most important parts over everything else. And even in graphics, I prefer stylized over fidelity. Something like Wind Waker, as an example, is fantastic. Still to this day as well. And it's unique, it stays in your head, right? Or like Okami, with its like art style. All of the other generic, oh yeah, it's realism. Nah. You don't even remember it anymore. Perfect making ethanol to 100% octane or purity. Context, that's the type of fuel is used up on airplane engines and car will explode or extremely fast to the point they start flying. Well, I guess Brazil is living in 2200 with their flying cars. If this goes if this is going on. But yeah, it's probably more likely that just the engine explodes. Pretty much. Of course, you know, I like a good story as well. But I don't play something like Dark Souls for the story. It's interesting, but I don't play it for the story. Of course, one of my other favorite games is Final Fantasy X, which... great gameplay and great story. Highly recommend it, check it out. But... there are people, they really care about graphics. Unless it's like Minecraft or Pokemon. Roblox. That's like the only real time they don't care about graphics. Which, you know. And you see that when people emulate like PS2 games as well. Like my philosophy on PS2 emulation is 2 times native resolution. Because it still looks kind of shit, but also crisp enough. It's like a nice middle ground between original resolution and modern resolution. But then you have people, it's like, oh, you at least need to play it on 8K and add like this HD texture pack to it that somebody made, where half the textures are not consistent at all, and it just looks kind of like shit. It's like, ah, okay, cool. Be back soon, okay, see you soon. And it's like, man, if they could, they would put RTX into like PS2 emulators and whatnot. Like, no way they wouldn't. As long as it works, I'm fine. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there are some comforts, I would say. Where you can't say, okay, you know, let's make it look at least a little bit acceptable. Because some PS2 games are technically interlaced, and interlacing just doesn't look good. So if you do some stuff there to make it look better, I'll take it. Now, why is this guy not resurrecting? Oh, the odds of game, but it's too risky, but everything is trash. It might as well be a weird way to sell a movie. I mean, yeah. I mean, they already do it, by the way. When they try to sell you a Blu-ray of... It's like, oh, it's a 4K Blu-ray. This immediately makes it better. As I said previously in the stream, 4x3 at 480p is a much better resolution than people think. I love it. It's a great resolution. And I really think, by the way, 4x3 will make a comeback. Trust and believe, I would bet money on that. We will see 4x3 content again. And not just like, oh, this is analog horror. Here's a VHS static effect. Like, actually just regular content in 4x3. I can guarantee that. Because it works so well on smartphones. You can have it vertical and you can have it horizontal. And you still don't get like a super tiny image either way. So that absolutely will happen. Trust. Trust. Just like 3x2 has made the comeback on like laptops. Okay, time for Nito. My controller has a macro set up on one of the back buttons that I haven't cleared yet. I should actually do that. That killed me more than a few times already, almost. The reason why it's set up is because I accidentally set it up. And you see, you have to press this button. There we go. Now it's cleared. Actually, what I could do, that's not a bad idea, is... this. Doesn't work? Oh, that's bad. Oh. Doesn't work because I'm dumb. There we go. I put B on the back button, now I can roll and... or like sprint and move the camera without going for a weird claw grip. I wanted to do this for a while actually. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. I can recommend that. Holy shit, that's really good. I like that. And neither should be no problem, because, I mean, I have a divine axe. I don't think he can win against that. Come on, little skeletons. Not two at once, please. Oh, fuck. Don't. Okay, it's a one shot with the regular axe, I see. I thought I could maybe like give one hit with the good one and then the other one just finishing him off. That was close. That was actually really close. But I really do like the Gargoyle axe, really. I think it's honestly one of the better weapons, especially like for noobs. Because you get it so early. Welcome back. You just missed the Nido fight. What's your opinion on resolutions? And the 4:3 aspect ratio, by the way. I need to stretch real quick. Time for the DLC. On the parish. I think the DLC should be a cakewalk. Hopefully. Man, this is a great weapon. Am I right, Andre? Yes, indeed. There's one thing I will do though before I defeat Gwyn, so remind me in case I forget. Buy large Titanite shards. Because I think I have like 2 or so left. So I need to quickly run through Sense Fortress there. Or just go backwards actually from Ononondo. Right. Usually play my game half of my screen, so I kind of know that what resolution it needs to be perfect for me. Wait. I usually play my games half of my screens, so I kind of know what resolution it needs to be perfect for me. You mean half the resolution of the screen, or like on half of the screen? I think that's a... That would be an 8:9 aspect ratio then, if it's half of the screen. Or a 16:4.5. 32:9. Which is technically a widescreen. Hell yeah. I thought about buying a widescreen monitor before, but I'm always like, ah. it's still not too supported by everything. And especially if you stream, it would look awful to play in widescreen. I've seen someone stream in widescreen before, and I was like, this is the dumbest thing you can do. Like the guy that came in earlier and said, why is your game like, you stream like 20% game and 80% border? I have to say, if you do play in widescreen, it's even worse than that. Depending on what kind of widescreen you have, of course. Half-screen game, half-screen video, okay. That's certainly one way to play games. Don't you have like a second monitor or something? I think that would help a lot. When I had my first PC, I just had some crappy old monitor I stole from our family PC. Because my mom switched to a laptop. And nobody was using it anymore, so I was like, hey. I don't have space for it. Ah, come on, you can make space for it. I had like a milk crate with the monitor on top of it back in the day. Just kind of like shoved beside the PC. And when it was time to like end for the day, I would just take the monitor off, put it like on the ground besides the table, and then the milk crate under the table to make space again. You know, in a way, I'm sad because I will never have the weird setups I had when I was just getting into PC gaming. That was always fun. Just like the kind of ghetto setups that's... The reason I wouldn't do it is because it doesn't make sense. Like, I have the money, I have the space, I have everything. So why would I go for a super ghetto setup? But man, it would be funny. Tree down. I'd rather deal with one screen halving. So I'm fine. I mean, is it huge as in also resolution? Like if it's 4K and it's like a 40-inch monitor. Right, no problem. You still have a 20-inch 1080p one then. If you quarter it even. If it's like a 720p monitor, it's like, that might be a bit too low for me. May the flames guide you. Yeah, man. Thinking back of the shit I did with my PC. I saw like this video where some guy was like, how did you connect your Ethernet cable to your PC? Even though the router wasn't directly next to it. Did you just pull a cable from your room all the way to the router? That's like... The guy in the video was like, yeah. Or, in modern homes you have like Ethernet ports in the wall. If you want to, sure. And this remind me of my PC. How I had it connected to the Ethernet. Oh, this was the funniest shit. This is still... It's so funny to me still, to this day. Shit. Why didn't... Did it not work? Strange. Basically... Let me show it actually. I think I have to add a bit of a visual for that. Let's do it like that. This like that. This like, I don't know, like that, yeah. Okay. So. Still that. Let's switch it over to this. So, when I was living in my mom's place, in our house, right, this is like the roof. Here was like my window, and my PC was here. And the living room was down here, and here was a window into the living room. And the router was here on the table. So what I did, my mom was against it. Like I asked her, like, hey, can I do this? She's like, no. I still did it though. And it stayed because I think she didn't even realize that it was happening for a good while. The Ethernet cable came out of the PC, along the wall, up outside of the window, down inside of the window to the router. Like it actually went into it, then like down and then into it. That's what was my setup for how I got internet on my PC back in the day. It's just the most ghetto shit you could do, but it's so fun. Ah, I have 2 axes equipped, that's why. And that's the kind of shit I would never do again. Oh, so it's a widescreen monitor. So at least something. When you half it, it's not that bad. So you probably have like a 4:3 aspect ratio for that. It's a good setup, all things considered. Hey there, Ryle. How's it going? Yo, Porker. I'm doing pretty good. About to finish this run. What about you? But yes, suffice to say, when I was a kid, you know, you did what you had to do to get internet. Just told somebody about you. Hopefully in a good way. And hey, there's this weirdo who pretends he's a rock. Go and bully him. Huh? Why? I was out of stamina, wasn't I? Shit. They might be coming in chat. Oh, that's nice. Maybe they even subscribe. Oh, what the fuck is this? Then we are at 200 subs on YouTube. Welcome, sorry, Sensei. Are you the fabled one that Porker mentioned? Porker Moriarty told me about you. Hopefully in a good way. No, don't die, don't die, don't die. That's a million souls there, you stupid gardener. Oh, good to know. Okay, finally. Just subbed. Well, thank you. Let me refresh. Well, would you know it? You're the 200th subscriber. And you will win. You will win a slurp. Not even sure if you could hear it. Yeah, fat rolling is never working out for me. But it did work out now, so I'm happy. But it was a bit embarrassing that I died twice to that. But thanks for the sub. 200 to go. 200 done. Yeah. A few million to go to beat Mr. Beast. Oh, no, you don't. I'll read it in a second. Always need to concentrate a little bit with this guy. Oh, how did he hit me there? I didn't want to chuck there, but I worked out. Yeah, right, my guy. As if I would let you. What do you mean you missed? My guy. Whew. Gotta admit, Switzerland is much more creative with foods than other countries. Like the pingu ice cream from the one ice cream. Soon you should check out Japanese foods. Oh, Japanese foods are great. I mean, creative. Like, normal cuisine is relatively... There's some good stuff in Switzerland, you know. Hearty foods. Hörnli und Kochts, as an example, is great. It's basically pasta, meat with some sauce, and a dollop of applesauce. Oh, perfect. And of course the classic Rösti. Always a banger. But yeah, pink ice cream is great. But sadly discontinued. Mr. Golem. Mr. Golem. Give me a dream. One about stones and crystal I've never seen. My vids, oh, thank you. The one on the main channel, so like the shorts. I mean, thank you regardless, of course. Yeah, Taurus is the peak, basically. In terms of boss design, I would say, in Dark Souls 1. I would say it's like, the DLC is basically the boss designs from later Souls games, but with the physics of the first one. Which makes for a really just unique way to fight them. Of course, thankfully not like Elden Ring. Shorts. Yeah, they're fun to make as well. And they say, oh, you need to upload daily. Or whatever, so I was like, oh, like you need to upload at least shorts daily and... Bloop, bloop, bloop. So I'm doing it. At least I try to. I'm trying to like add just a little bit to it without just straight up doing a random clip of it. I at least try to cut a little bit into it, if you know what I mean. Which is like a good like mix of time investment and end products. I know people that's do huge production for shorts, but like, I don't have 10 hours a day for one short. Did I finish Elden Ring? Yes, I did. But I did use the tier mimic for Radahn. I was kind of done with it. Like, I feel like if I would have done it, if I would have done the fight for a couple of hours, I would have probably been able to do it. Right? Oh. But I didn't want to, like, really overdo it, like, overdo streaming the game. It's like, oh yes, let's just stream this game for 2 weeks. Like 2 months. That's not... You didn't think I would use it? I mean, I did use it against Milena as well. It's really just like, how much in the mood I am for it. I feel like it's also a bit like, my build was not the best for it, right? I feel like the game prefers you to go really into magic, or really into like faster weapons. Or like switch it up a lot, which I didn't do. Welcome, Lily. Pretty fun game, I agree with that as well. How long have I been playing this game? 500 to 700 hours, I guess? Plus minus. How's my opinion about the game? The DLC is fantastic. I loved it. Honestly, if they would have released it as a standalone game, I would have said it's one of my favorites of the entire series. But I still think there's a lot of things they just kind of didn't do not correctly. Like, I feel like they think to themselves, cool model, thank you. I like it as well. I feel like they think to themselves, we need to make the game as hard as possible for the veteran players, so that they get a challenge out of it. Disregarding a lot of things, and it just adds so much bullshit. Like, I don't feel like they would have needed to add that almost every single boss has like 10 delayed attacks. And like this huge slurries of attacks. Like, oh yeah, in Dark Souls, the one and so, the best one you have is like 3 or 4 attacks back to back. And in Elden Ring, sometimes you have like 10 attacks back to back, which is like, is that necessary? It's just stretch, especially with all of these bosses having so much more health. Is that really something you need to do? And I feel like just trying to appeal to both veterans and non-veterans just hurts the game a little bit. It feels great to play, but it has a lot of bullshit in it, I would say it like that. And it's very bloated. It's very bloated. Yes, I did make it myself, mostly. That's like my biggest problem with it. Which is why the DLC was so great. It was... I don't think there were many repeats in that one. Maybe 2 or 3 dungeons, but that's it. Yes, I just said so. Pretty much, most of it. Yo, Calamite. So I would say like Elden Ring for me is like a 7, 7.5 out of 10. And the DLC itself is like an 8, 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, there are like 4 Ghost Flame Dragons in the entire game. That was a bit excessive. But even compared to the main game, where you had like the same kinds of dragons, like 12 to 20 of them, maybe with a different attribute every so often. You know, I can overlook that part. If I'm completely honest here. And I never disliked the dragon battles, per se. So if just 4, 4 or 5, I'm pretty happy about that. But yeah, DLC is great. I'm still worried about the Switch 2 one though. Duskbloods. Because either it's gonna be like a Night Rain type of game. Or it's gonna be like base game Elden Ring with a bloated overworld. I feel like. But yeah, Calamite. Holy shit, that was easy. No way I would have been able. Yeah. That was it was the last run, but I gave up after an hour because I was getting sick. At the time, I was like, yeah, I'm just not in the mood for it today. I'm in a pissy mood or something. But it was just me getting sick. I did do that, redo that run last time though. It was also fun. But the heavy weapons aren't my favorite. Like the super heavy ones. The Black Knight sword, was it? Did you check out what the... You didn't check out what the new weapon was, right? After the last stream. Because I've there's something cool that you haven't seen since. It's still a work in progress, but it works for now. There we go. Yo, my guy. Dressed in black. I'm shocked this game hasn't gotten any blackface accusations. Help. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yes. Oh! Don't. What's going on? I think I accidentally set a macro. Okay, it's gone now. It's something I'm working on. The current one is very bare and basic, though. Yeah, let's go in. Have some manusi for dinner. But I already like it more than the previous one. Let me say it like that, maybe. Freaky Golem. Yeah, that's a stream for another platform. That's an after dark stream, you could say. Yakuvrael After Dark. exclusively on xvideos.com. It's so good that I have the least appealing model, because that would be funny in my opinion. Like, there are VTubers that have, like, you know, these fan platforms, and they essentially, like, sell images of them, of their characters, to gooners. Imagine if I would do that. Here you see my naked stone, which you see anyways. Goodbye. 6 platform for a certain audience. Exactly. Just wait until I add my 7th one for the war audience. My most dedicated fans. Wanting to be gobbled up by me. I didn't miss anybody. Yup. Time for Gwyn. Only rock. Or under the hashtag RockHard. H-A-R-T. Which means hard in German. Or also H-Art. As in, you know. Don't do that though. Like, don't go on Twitter now and look for that. I don't know if there's anything under this hashtag. There might be. Actually. After I edited the Resident Evil streams into a video. I did go during it while I was editing it. I made like a joke. Don't Google liquor on R34. Worst thing I ever worst mistake I ever did. And I wanted to insert something. Something, you know, that was tame enough, so I actually did it. And yeah, some of the stuff I've seen is not that good. As in, kind of weird. Don't do it. I don't think anything like that is depicted in the Bible. Or if it were, it would be under things you should not look at. Huh. I mean, he looked at it and he jumped. I think that says everything. Hey, you want to look at R34 for liquors? Yeah, thought so. What could go wrong? Everything. Society is what's wrong. Okay, just 100. That's the one thing I don't like. How the second damage number does not get shown when it's like a two-parter. It's like, come on. Gwyn. He's a bit uppity right now. Ho 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 ho. For real. Abandoned society, return to monkey. Oh, the Gargoyle X was fun. And now... my beautiful house. I'm pretty fast as well, I think. Yeah, about 3 hours. So let's see what we get. I can actually move that up a little bit. Come on. Like so. We get Ulasil Ivory Catalyst. Holy shit. Okay. That's the one I've been using all this time before for casting magic. That's cool. Want to see something even cooler. It's nowhere near working yet currently. But if I do this, and then this, and then this. What I'm currently working on for how it's supposed to look like is like this. But you might see that suddenly there might be like a gap or something in between. There. And it doesn't say which is the winning weapon, it just stops. So it would be like one of these two. I basically want to make it like a CSGO unboxing, like a crate opening. But it'll take a while. Yeah, definitely better than the wheel. The Ulasil Ivory Catalyst. Oh, I like the Gargoyle Tail Axe. Now there's of course only one more Gargoyle weapon left. So let's try out my buddy. Good old Asylum Demon. I mean, I do need full control. Let's do some Crystal Soul Spears. Let's do some Homing Crystal Soul Mass, and let's do some Dark Bead. This gets replaced with the Bellowing, and this gets back to this. Just one more item is needed. Give me 1 second. But yeah, I'm looking forward to when I completed it. I just like randomly got this in my mind. It like popped in. Okay, let's try something out, and it worked pretty quickly. Without AI, I might add. Mostly. There's like one error I had. I was like, hey, can you solve this? And it couldn't solve it. So much for AI coding, I guess. Okay, let's go. I mean, magic usually pretty good. Actually, I should... Yeah, I think that's gonna be a good run. That's gonna be a very good run. I'm looking forward to it. Like, the DLC, actually... Like, I did have a Catalyst run before. And the thing is with the DLC, all bosses are immune to magic. So it could be a bit weird on that end. I remember I think I needed like the Dusk Ring to just barely pull it off. Cease, young creature. But yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Magic is always fun because it's like quick and just OP. Wouldn't you say so? I think he does. Maybe not 10 minutes, but who knows? Maybe sub 2 hours. Probably not. I'm hopeful. I can hope for a good future. I mean, after all, I have 99 intelligence. Which only matters for one catalyst, but still. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a fun run. How much ding do I have? Ding, ding, ding. Magic just 180. Yeah, I think most catalysts stop at 180. So there's not even too much difference between the last time I did it. But yeah, with that I want to say thanks for joining today. Thanks for all the people that followed and subscribed. We've now reached 200 subs on YouTube, which I never thought that would happen. Just 1/5 to 1,000 and then I might as well drop everything and start streaming full time. For $1 a month. But yeah, if you want to be part of that, don't forget to follow and subscribe now, depending on the platform. And I will see you next time, which is gonna be on Tuesday. And I might stream tomorrow, but that one's gonna be in Swiss German, if I'm streaming. If I'm streaming. So don't wonder what happened, like, when you just join the stream and you hear some weird gobbledygook. Like, und heute spielen wir irgendein komisches Spiel und das Spiel ist Ultima 25, 30 Jahre Edition. Ja, heute reibt noch einmal Kopfdecke, Gottverdammt, das ist doch fantastisch. Don't wonder if you hear something like that. Now we just need more people on Twitch. Absolutely. Spreading the gospel is what helps there. Because Twitch has no discoverability. Maybe I should call my boy Clancy up and see what he has to say. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a nice weekend. Goodbye and ciao.